This is Total Television, Brian Dolby reporting from the Broadband World Forum, where I'm talking to Tim Johnson, who is the founder of Point Topic, Europe's leading broadband specialist in the analyst world. Tim, tell us about your impressions so far of the show here. What are the trends that you're seeing?
Well, I was quite concerned coming here, really, because we're seeing a bit of a lull, I think, in fixed broadband. It's not growing as fast as people would like, particularly the new technologies, the fibre technology is not coming along as fast as people hoped it would and expected it would. And I think there are a couple of reasons for that. I mean, one is there isn't really the really strong demand, must-have kind of demand for that sort of bandwidth. And I think another thing is that people are a bit hesitant about the technology. You know, they feel that DSL is getting too out of date, and they feel that fibre all the way is still too expensive. And so people are holding back for that reason. And I think these are kind of things where you see that the industry has not been advancing as quickly as you might expect.
Is that partly the economic situation we find ourselves in?
Well, you can't really blame it on the economics particularly. I mean, we do forecasts of broadband take-up in the UK and worldwide, and they come out within a fraction of a percent of what you'd expect. Because of the saturation and so on, you can predict that fairly carefully. What is not happening is the movement to the new technologies. The total numbers are going okay. It's the take-up of the new technologies which is quite disappointing, I think, although all the propagandists try and cover that up a bit.
Is that because people are always waiting for the next big thing? They don't want to commit to the next step. They're looking for the step beyond that.
I think that's true. And I think a lot of people have started to say, well, DSL is a bit old hat and we shouldn't invest in DSL, but on the other hand, fibre all the way to the premises is too expensive and we can't afford to do that yet, and so they're holding back. And that's why I think one of the really encouraging things at this conference has been that the way in which you can see the power that's still in DSL. There's a lot of life left in copper. I mean, this G.dot vector, the vectorization of the digital signal, has got huge potential to give you hundreds of megabits over short distances on copper. And that really can give DSL those extra few years of life that I think are going to make it a worthwhile investment for the next generation of access.
Yes, because DSL is still the mainstay or the predominant delivery mechanism, isn't it?
It is. DSL is still predominant by far, and if anything, despite the onset of fibre, is increasing in share because fibre is actually growing rather slowly. And I think, you know, you look at what's happening in this conference and the kind of presentations we're seeing and the kind of stuff we're seeing from the exhibition, that there is a lot of life in that yet, that DSL can deliver hundreds of megabits if need be at short ranges, and that means it can be the platform for some time to come. But the other side of the argument is, okay, so who wants it? And another big theme in this conference is drivers of demand, and I think in particular home networking. And so now you're getting the home networkers, and there's a very interesting battle going on between different camps as far as the standards are concerned, but you're getting the home networkers starting to say, we have the technology to deliver 100 megabits per second anywhere in the home. And when you've got connected homes, which are actually sucking up 100 megabits, exchanging high definition between multiple televisions and all this kind of thing, then I think you've got a demand driver which is starting to say we want that kind of speed coming down the access pipe as well.
Yes, so really that the home networking initiatives could end up driving that new technology being installed.
Yes, I think that's true. And I can remember years ago saying that one of the things that would drive current generation broadband is the Wi-Fi router. And you know, it just makes it so much easier to put in broadband, have it where you want. And I think, you know, that made a big difference. And once again, I think what people actually do with it in the home is going to be quite a test case as far as what demand is going to be.
So there's quite an upbeat message, and you found a lot to encourage you in the future.
Yes, actually, it's more upbeat than I feared, and it's been a very interesting exhibition, very interesting conference altogether.
Okay, well, thanks for taking time out to talk to Total Television.
You're very welcome.